The question of this is a backup copy, that's a net myth. A backup copy that you buy off the internet because you don't want to buy the original is absolutely illegal.
You people who make or buy illegal copies think about who's really getting hurt. One group is the developers, gamers like yourself who put in 12 to 16-hour days for a year or two to develop a game at a cost of over $1 million. Marketing that game could add millions more. Because making a game is so expensive, it's risky for developers to take chances. That's how piracy weakens the development community. This year, illegal copies will keep an estimated $3.2 billion in revenue from reaching the people who create and distribute the games. That money would help developers start many more projects, take bigger risks, and experiment with more specialized and unusual games. So who does piracy hurt the most? Ultimately, all gamers and the quality of video games themselves. Here's how the game community is striking back.
The FBI has started to take some very serious actions against pirates online, not just for copyright and trademark infringements, but other things like consumer fraud. U.S. Customs officials have begun to do seizures of products of entertainment software coming into the United States. The largest such raid that we have experienced in the last few months occurred in Miami, where they seized 54,000 illegal PlayStation discs. The seizure in Miami is just a tip of the iceberg.
Game developers would like your help in keeping the quality of future games high. They point out that many people who don't feel bad about making and using illegal copies would feel terrible if they had to steal a game from a store. Ironically, it's the same thing. For a detailed look at how piracy hurts video games and what you can do to help stop it, visit www.idsa.com.
Come back to part 2 for issue 2.4. As you can see about the piracy, that's all done there. Now the next one here, we do the event center about making a Spyro TV commercial, and let me tell you, it looks really cool, especially with the animatronic of the sheep that's been used for the commercial. So here we go, we're going to show you behind the scenes right now.
Being a sheep and trying to make it in Hollywood these days is not so great. PlayStation Underground is taking you onto the set of the latest Spyro TV commercial to see how things are done. We're asking an important question. Are real sheep in today's Hollywood getting fleeced? Does that look like the face of a happy actor? He's nicknamed Toasty because Spyro breathes fire at sheep.
If you do it right, it's one more. If you do it wrong, it's multiple.
Sheep in today's world are having a PR crisis. Wherever they go, they're the butt of jokes.
It'd be nice, or I'll let the whole crew have their way with you.
How can a real sheep compete for roles against the likes of this? It's an animatronic head that was used for close-ups. 21 servo motors make it move, guided by several remote controls. The skull is fiberglass and aluminum. The skin is foam latex. 14 specialists worked 3 weeks to build it, including a sculptor, mold maker, mechanic, and lab and hair technicians.
Genghis, come!
Imagine being a sheep and having to share a trailer with a co-star named Genghis. Around Hollywood, whatever Genghis wants, Genghis gets. Who thought up the Spyro commercial? These guys from PlayStation's ad agency.
We played the game quite a bit, and we noticed that there were some sheep that sort of came to unhappy endings in the game. And so we said, geez, what would it feel like to be that sheep? And that's basically where the idea came from.
Why did they use animatronics for sheep instead of computer graphics?
I think it helps it stand out. Video games are all CG, actually bringing our sheep to life with animatronic, it seems to bring the character, more character.
That's it from the Spyro set, where the men are men and the sheep are animatronic?
We're commentating now. Okay, now we're going to talk about the download station. This one, they give you download content from 3 different games, like Cool Wars 3, Circuit Breakers, and Heart of Darkness. So, okay, we'll show you the cheats that you can put on your memory card real quick. Oh yeah, just so you know, you can't have snow on this one, just like on issue 4 for last volume. I don't know why, because actually it was a pretty cool option. So that's all you get right there for Cool Wars 3 download, and it shows you how you can get it without doing it. Circuit Breakers, you get all 32 tracks. And the last one, the Heart of Darkness, you get all the videos. That's full motion animations. So so that way you'll have to play the game in order to watch it, which is a pretty nice idea. Alright, let's go to research and development to part 3 of Project Wormhole. Okay, I think this one they're going to add some obstacles on the wormhole, so they'll tell you how they do it, and I'll show you a demonstration of it. It may not be a good demonstration, but that's okay though. That's why I like the demo. So anyway, let's go to Project Wormhole Part 3 and show what they're going to do on the next part of the game.
Welcome to Part 3 of Project Wormhole, How a Game is Made. This issue we're going to work on game physics and obstacles. Now that we have a tunnel to fly down, things will start to get interesting. Last issue, the car flew straight down the middle of the tunnel. That's fine for just checking it out. But in the finished game, we want to be able to fly and dodge obstacles realistically. We need to consider all of the different forces acting on the car as it flies down the tunnel. There is the force of gravity pulling it down, the force of jets on its bottom keeping it off the ground, drag forces from the air in the tunnel, and forces from jets used by the player to control the car. We add all of these forces up to figure out how the car is moving. That's a lot of number crunching, but the extra attention to detail makes the gameplay feel as real as possible. Let's draw obstacles. They're made just like we made the car in Part 1. We've already done most of the work for this. The tricky part is knowing when we've run into something. It's too slow to look at every polygon and every object to see if they've collided, so we create an imaginary box around each object just big enough to contain it. These are called bounding boxes. We can use them to quickly see if two objects have run into each other. Now that the obstacles are floating in front of us, it's time to blow them apart. We'll make a basic weapon as a placeholder. A laser cannon that shoots bolts of energy in a straight line. More weapons will be added later. In the next section, try out some of the things we just built. Then check out the preview of Wormhole Part 4. And don't forget to visit www.playstation.com, where you can join in a discussion of the game at PlayStation Underground online.
Show you a demonstration on that. It may not be perfect there, but it's okay though, because I'm showing a demonstration there. That's pretty much what the wormhole is there. Yeah, it gets really difficult in there. Ooh, get hit there. But it's okay though. Like I said, it's just a demonstration. I'm not going to beat the game, and there's no point in beating it anyway. So this is just a fun way to show how the wormhole project is. But it's a pretty cool idea, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, I have a hard time trying to beat it. That's good though. And I'll also show you can do camera angles and stuff like that. Okay, next issue.
In Part 4 of Project Wormhole, we'll look into artificial intelligence, or how enemies are plotting to destroy you. We'll also add sound effects. Don't go away, the fun is just beginning.
That's the end of Project Wormhole spot. Now all I have to do is we're going to go to the next section here, which I'll show you in just a minute. So anyway, yeah, actually the Wormhole project is actually a pretty interesting way to interact not only the underground members, but the gamers themselves. So this was a brilliant idea in my opinion. I wish they did something different there, but nope, unfortunately they didn't. Oh well, that's okay though. So anyway, ooh, this is a good one here. Alright, tech questions and answers. How they made the first DualShock analog controller. A while ago they made the analog controller, but now they're going to show how it shocks. So, here we go. Let's show you what it looks like.
Something's been shaking up PlayStation gamers for the past few months. It's the DualShock analog controller. PlayStation Underground couldn't resist the temptation to look under the cover and see how it works. And each handle is an actuator. That's a hardware term for something that actuates or starts something else. In this case, vibration. The weight on the spindle is carefully balanced to run cool when you're playing long and hot. On one side, the weight is small. On the other, a bigger weight spins. Code from the game determines how long and how fast one or both sides turn for different effects. This lets developers do lots of new things. For example, in Gran Turismo, you can drive by feel, not just by sight. If you drive a front-wheel drive car in real life, the steering wheel vibrates because the engine's so close. That's also true in the game. Jump off the line in first in a front-wheel drive car, and the controller shakes from high power and low RPMs. As you shift into higher gears, the engine vibrates less and less until there's almost no vibration. RPMs are high and you speed along smoothly. Brush against something and that side of the controller shakes. Slam into something and both actuators spin hard to give you a big jolt. Because more of your senses are involved, you'll find yourself drawn deeper into the game. You also get a precise, light steering touch from the analog thumbsticks. Virtually all new titles are being programmed to take advantage of the DualShock vibration feature, including Crash Bandicoot Warped, Metal Gear Solid, Tekken 3, and Spyro the Dragon. Also, a button lets you play any game in standard digital mode. The controller is standard with all new consoles. It's a must-have addition to every gamer's PlayStation experience. Check it out. It rocks.
Now we're going to show you the color archive, which, of course, I'm just going to show only very little of it. For this one here, there's only like, I'm not sure how many games. Oh yeah, 12 new games they add on to the color archive. Yeah, on the next volume, which is volume 3, color archive will be depleted. I think issue 3.2 was the last issue with the code cheats. And after that, they took it out. So then there you go, it's gone. That's okay though, because like I said, best way to get gcc.com. So anyway, there you go, all done. Anyway, so okay, let's go to bulletins to get all the 411 PlayStation information. Well, pretty much I will show you, actually I'm going to show you the threads video a bit, because I haven't shown you that ever since I started this demo series. So I said, okay, why not? Let's not show that. So anyway, okay, so it shows you updates on the PlayStation Online site. Next part, they show you the cheats from the last issue. Okay, next one, the threads in there. Just want to show you the stuff to get. That's pretty cool that you can get stuff for the PlayStation. I wish they kept it going like that though. Oh well, what you gotta do? Yeah, good luck in trying to find the other stuff there. The only way to do that is you have to go to like a t-shirt studio and then put the PlayStation logo in there and put some fun stuff on it. Well, they do have the PlayStation in Japanese text FOE when I saw that. I think it was FOE. Yeah, it was FOE. And yeah, if anyone who wants that, it's like, yeah, you should get that because celebrate the old PlayStation days. The old PlayStation days were pretty fun though. So anyway, how I want that jacket. Oh well. Too bad I can't get it. That's okay though. So anyway. Okay, so I won't show you the stuff on it because there's no need. Okay, next transmission. This one I'll show you more demos that I'm gonna try by Contender. Like, I already did that. Ridge Racer 4, I'll do that. WCW and W Thunder, oh yeah, I'll definitely do that. Okay, Spider-Man in Las Vegas, and there you go. Alright, so. Okay, here comes the credits. So anyway, I got to say, these guys know how to make the gamers more happy, especially try out new games, new info, codes before the internet was getting big, stuff like that. So, well, that's it for that one. Okay, let's go to the next one. Imports. Okay, this game I did not play, and 2 reasons. 1, it might be Japanese text and I don't understand. 2, it will lock the PlayStation and I have to restart all the recording again. No thanks, I am not going to bother. So, yeah, if you tried that, try out yourself when there. Ooh, there's a cool new one. Cool moves. They show you tips of how you play Spyro the Dragon. So, okay, so I'll let this guy here show you about the tips to how to play Spyro the Dragon. Enjoy.
my name's Christian Davis. I was the lead tester for Spyro the Dragon. Today's cool tip is on Spyro. It's on the treetops level, where we'll be showing you how to get to that last platform that's so tough to get to. While you do these next series of jumps, you'll want to be holding down the square button and pressing X at the very end of the ramp to get the most height. From this platform right here, you want to supercharge down the ramp, jump at the end. When you reach the next platform, immediately turn right, jump to the next platform, jump again to your right, go up the wrong way to this supercharged platform, jump at the end, one last platform, jump, and a long glide will take you there. Our next tip for you is in the Peacekeepers world, Clifftown.
You've reached the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here.
When you glide across the river, you get to the dragon that tells you about being at the highest point in the level. If you jump off, glide around to your right, you can glide behind the building you first started in and collect the gems there. Our next tip for you today is on the Peacekeepers level, sub-level ice caverns. Right from the very start of the level, if you walk out onto the platform right in front of you and do a blind jump and glide around the mountain to your right, you'll end up on a platform with 3 extra lives. That might come in handy.
Alright, I'm going to show you some cheats of, of the 4 people who works the project, showing their baby pictures, their grown pictures with the Woohoo Kid stuff there, and the codes for NFL Blitz. So, yep, this is it. That's pretty much the end of Disc 1. Stay tuned for Part 3 for Disc 2, and can't wait to try out more demos for you guys. And I'm glad that you liked it. And also, thank you, subscribers. We're up to 200. We're going to try to surpass it more along the way. So continue liking, comment, and subscribe to this channel. So stay tuned for Part 3. This is AlanStarWarsFan here from Gamer Buds, and it's time to game over. Have a good one.